Hi, welcome into the Campsite RV Campfire Story Podcast. I'm your host, Kelly. Alongside me is Jace. Another day here. Beautiful Friday, actually. Kind of nice to see the sun shining for once.
Yeah, finally got some warmer weather, and now if we could just get over everything else that's going on today.
Yeah, kind of everything going on in the world. We still got the coronavirus coming into the area, I guess. And I see this the other day that the death total, or the case, not the death total, but the ton number of cases has gone up, and I think we passed China now for that. So
keeps it going.
It's a pretty serious deal.
Keep washing your hands. Good sanitary habits.
And with that, we have decided here at Campsite that we do lock our doors. We're trying to eliminate face-to-face and keep that social distancing, I guess.
Yeah.
So if you do need something, I mean, we still are open, but you can get a hold of us on our Facebook page or call us. Our phone number is 563-547-5100. If you still want to look at a camper or you need a part or service work. So we're still open that way. Just get a hold of us if you need something, I guess.
Yeah, everything is, like I said, all of our services are still provided. We're just doing it differently. If you guys are interested in looking at a unit, we get you a key, and you guys just help yourself to the product we have available. The key will open everything on our lot. And then we just call and email on the number side.
Yep.
Again, the part store and lobby is locked, but we can provide services via phone, email, so on and so forth. A couple big things to touch on.
Well, I was just going to kind of tell them on the last episode, we told everybody if you liked and shared it, you were throwing in a basket for a free 19-inch Kuma Fireball, they call it, and we just gave that away here on Facebook Live. And Bruce Sweeney,
congratulations on that. Thank you for liking and sharing all our stuff. So keep it going.
Yeah, we appreciate it, and we want to say thanks to everybody for listening, and we hope you guys continue to listen in the future. So, but Jay, you kind of tell them what we got going today.
Yeah, so a couple things to touch on real quick. First of all, open house has been canceled. April 3rd and 4th, just with everything going on, we've decided to cancel our open house. With that being said, open house prices start today. We are going to honor our open house prices all the way through April 18th. So the deals are still there. It's just going to be a little bit different than previous years. Also with that, our parts store, we're offering 20% off all parts, in-stock parts, through April 18th as well. So if there's a part that you need, we will ship it, set it outside, run it out to your car, whatever works best for you. Again, all of our services are still available. We're just doing it a bit differently.
Yeah, just trying to be precautious, and I think it's it is the right thing to do. Kind of keep, like I said, keep everything safe. And
those are kind of the big things right now. Other than that, today is going to be another first for us.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a phone interview. Yeah. So Jay, I'll let you kind of explain what we got coming on.
So this is something I deal with every day, but we're actually going to be getting Brett Doberenz on the phone, and he is the territory sales manager for Forest River, the Flagstaff division. So
which is a line we carry new.
Yes, we carry a lot of products in this line as far as a single axle. Little 19-footer all the way up to their classic, 35-foot travel trailers. So we're going to get Brett on the phone here and have a good conversation with him, and he's going to touch on everything from floor plans, trends, what he recommends, what he doesn't recommend, and maybe he'll have some stories for us. So let's get Brett on the phone here.
You bet. Let's dial him up. All right, on the other line, we got Brett Doberenz from the Forest River Flagstaff Division. Brett, you there?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. We want to thank you into the show here. How's everything going over there in Indiana?
Oh, it's still a little bit cold, a little wet, but, we're looking forward to spring getting here soon and getting back to our ordinary lives.
Awesome. I hear you. We're all ready for spring get here too, and hopefully this coronavirus thing can, I know it's going to be a while yet, but hopefully it can go bye-bye sooner than what people are saying anyways.
Yeah, no, and we are doing our best here at Flagstaff to honor the social distancing recommendations, and so we've had our employees away for a 3-week period here to help let things run their course, and we're excited to get back and start building trailers again.
Yeah, for sure. And we are too.
So
We're excited for that as well.
We can't wait. And before you got on, Brett, we broke the news that the open house was canceled, and I know you always look forward to coming up and getting to talk with everyone and help us out on the sales side. So again, there'll be another opportunity for that, but we'll just dive right into this, right away. Is it just kind of describe to the listeners out there, what does your job all entail for Forest River in the Flagstaff division?
All right. Well, I am, my title is the Flagstaff West Central Territory Manager. So I am responsible for a group of states, including Iowa, that I am responsible for selling our product to dealers who are willing to sell and service our products. And I'm responsible for putting in the orders, for helping to manage the inventory. We also are responsible for training, and we attend shows, open houses, and those type of things to help assist with an expert from the factory kind of a approach. And then I also am involved with our product development. I am part of a team that helps to select the decors and graphics for the Flagstaff product every year.
Jeez.
And the whole sales force gets input from information from the dealers and customers that we talk to about our floor plan and product designs.
Right.
So,
Wow.
And I think that's key what you said there, Brett, because any feedback we get from the customers, we send over to you, and then a lot of times we see those changes made throughout the upcoming models and new year models. So you guys really listen to what the customers have to say to maximize your product.
Yeah, that's been key. We have been in our location in Millersburg, Indiana, for over 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot of experience building trailers, but the one thing we learned is that we've got 2 ears and 1 mouth, and we want to listen more than we're talking to customers, because they're going to guide us onto what we should be building. And we long time ago, we lost any pride of ownership. We don't care where the ideas come from. We want to build what customers are looking for to make their camping experience what they expect. So if we're offering what the customer is looking for, it makes it easier for you guys to turn our product.
Oh, for sure. No, and yeah, we appreciate that. We really do.
Yeah.
Brett, I guess what got you into the RV industry, and how did you get started? Did you camp your whole life, or did you work a previous job that led you into this? How did you get started in this industry?
Yeah, well, I was born in Elkhart, Indiana, which is like the
capital,
the world capital of RVs.
Sure.
So it was around me, but I went to college, Indiana University, and at the time I graduated, I'd had an offer to go work for a big corporation, and then I got another offer to work in Millersburg, Indiana, for what was the parent company at that time was Rockwood.
Yep.
And we'd had my father passed away when I was finishing up my college, and my mom was home with a couple of my brothers. And instead of taking the big corporate job, I decided to work for this what was a smaller company that was building RVs, tent campers, and van conversions. When I graduated college in '83. So I have spent probably 20 years of my career here with the van conversion side. And everybody knows that product is in a long, slow, not slow anymore. It pretty much died. There's only a couple surviving entities that are producing van conversions, and at that point in time I came back over to the RV side, which I've been back for now 14 years.
Wow.
And but it's when you work in Millersburg, Indiana, you notice that it's an Amish community, and it's almost like a time warp. 20 years of me bouncing around the community to van conversion plants. I came back to Millersburg, and the guys greeted me by name when I walked out into the plant. Well, everybody was kind of the same, and that's a big asset to our production of our product, is the fact that we live in a community where our workforce is into its third generation now. They don't leave the community when they get married. They live on the family land.
Speaking of that, I was going to say, speaking of that, I was going to tell you a quick story. I remember when I first went out there, it was probably 8 years ago. We were out there, and we toured a plant, and as soon as we pulled up, I told Dad, I was like, geez, look at all the bikes. There's bikes everywhere. The bike rack was like, had to be 100, 200 bikes on this bike rack, and I think that was a lot of them due to all the Amish, and I couldn't believe it. I was shocked, and I could not believe, they just, when you go in those plants, they're just working. I mean, they're moving and shaking. So it was a neat experience. But it was just neat to see, like I said, all the Amish in there and all the bikes out there. It was something different that you don't see every day,
Well, we've gravitated to having a barn at every plant that we have, which is 5 plants, and we have a place for them to put their horses and park their buggies.
Oh,
as
really?
Well. So in bad weather, bicycles, you must have been here in the spring and summer.
Yeah, it was. It was nice out. Yeah, it was a nice day. So I think it was.
Yeah. So, but the sense of community that they bring to our production is what really is unique for us. They in their communities, they are working together. They bring that same attitude into our plants, and they work together to get the best product built and to get it done in a timely manner.
Right.
So it's really a pleasure to be a part of this company. That's why I've been involved for so long.
Right.
Awesome. And what right now? What's trending in the RV industry? I know every year it seems like there's something new that comes out, or people are waiting to see what happens this year, or what's different from last year. Is there anything that that's new in the RV industry that is hot or trending right now?
Well, yeah, I'd say an overall theme is the kind of the downsizing seems to be.
We've seen that too.
Yeah. So, whether it's going from a larger travel trailer all the way down to something like our E-Pro, which is a 3,000-pound trailer that you can pull with a really small tow vehicle.
Right.
There are people that are retired that just they want to have a nice fuel economy vehicle, but they like to have a camper to go out and join the kids every now and then.
Yep.
We also see people downsizing from these larger trailers to microlights as well.
Correct.
And it takes a little bigger vehicle, but you have a little more room. So that's one part that we've been seeing for probably the last 5 years. But now we're starting to see more of the larger fifth wheels going down to a little bit lighter fifth wheels. The day of having the dually pickup is kind of being replaced with the 3/4 ton and even
half tons.
High capabilities of the half ton. And then the other thing is in our larger travel trailers, we've adopted the approach of having almost like a ranch style fifth wheel. We're finding people that have had fifth wheels that are getting to the point where it's just too much of a hassle to hook it up as a couple. It's harder to see over the beds of the truck now to back in a fifth wheel and get it right. And they're tired of going up and down stairs all the time because they've had knee replacements, or they're just getting it's just a little tougher to get up and down the stairs all the time. So, but they want that big feel and a lot of the features that you have on a fifth wheel. So our classics are now being built with 86-inch high ceilings. We have 70-inch door heights. We have added more storage. Our pass-through storage is available in a bedroom that has a bed slide that also provides storage. So we are aware that that people want to have that bigger, more open feel. But all on one level.
Well, we see that a lot.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
in this area, I mean, a half-ton truck is a family vehicle anymore.
You see,
I mean,
you see more of
everywhere around
those.
here,
Yeah,
you see more half-tons than you do a 3/4 ton or a dually. And with that being said, the Flagstaff line targets that half-ton market.
Oh, yeah.
Even their biggest unit, is it's half-ton towable. I mean, ideally, obviously, the more truck you have, the better off you are. But they really target that that half-ton line. So, and then with Brett, in those lines, that you mentioned, the E-Pro, the Microlite, the Classics, Superlights, what floor plans are the best selling for you right now if someone were to ask you?
Yeah, well, I'm glad you mentioned the multiple lines that Flagstaff offers. And the thing to note about that is that we use the same construction. Every plant builds a vacuum bonded, laminated product that has a tubular aluminum frame, and we are using the high density foam insulation that makes a permanently insulated solid wall roof. Therefore, you've got great climate control, but you also have a very quiet trailer. And we use the same wood fabric doors from our microlights on up are all being built with the same type of materials. So we're not the reason we're successful downsizing is because we're giving you the type of construction and quality that you get in our bigger trailers that maybe you've previously owned, but now you want it a little something smaller. You don't want it smaller because you can't afford to buy bigger. You want it so you can tow it with a smaller tow vehicle that you're using for your daily driver. So
correct.
We've understood that, and that's, I think, what's really made us a leader in this type of product.
Yeah.
So our E-Pro is our newest invention, and that is a trailer that is designed for people that have either a Ford Explorer or Trailblazer, something with a 5,000-pound tow capacity, and maybe some of our models even work with something that's a 3,500 capacity. And so in the E-Pro, the 19 FBS is our number one seller.
Okay.
It gives a little sofa slide, and it is what's unique about the E-Pros is that they have a 100-watt solar panel with a 1,000-watt inverter installed. So campers
off
can
the
go
grid, dry camping,
off the grid, right?
CPAP machines.
That's true. Yeah, no,
right.
they're
and
cool
you can even
things.
with the inverter, you can plug in a toaster and a coffee pot from home. So, so in the Microlite line, the 25 FKS has been a really strong seller for us.
I agree with you.
I think you guys have done well with it too.
Yeah, I have 3 of them on my lot. That's probably my top selling in that line. Absolutely,
for sure.
Yeah. So that is a front kitchen model that is under 26 feet long, and it weighs like 5,400 pounds. So it's not going to take a huge tow vehicle, but yet it gives you a private bedroom with a separated side aisle bath and really a nice living area and just a great view and plenty of storage in the kitchen. It just hits that nice sweet spot for people that are looking for a manageable sized trailer.
Yeah.
In our Superlight lineup, the 26 FKBS has just been phenomenal seller here over the last 2 years. We put a bed slide in this model, making it a under 30-foot trailer that has a residential queen bed slide, and it also has the nice big front kitchen with a countertop and a windshield in the front for a great view to see what's going on outside your camper while you're in the kitchen.
Right.
It also has some of the features that kind of separate us from others, and maybe I'll mention that right now. I mean, some of the things that we're doing that is kind of a trend for us. We've used the Dexter axle, Torflex axle, which is a rubber ride independent suspension. So the people in your area could relate to the fact that a lot of livestock trailers have this torsion arm independent suspension, so
Correct.
you're not tossing the livestock around as much when you're towing.
Yep.
So what this does for the RV customer is it allows the wheels to adjust and keep the balls steady, the hits steady on the balls, so that you're not feeling that wagging and pulling out of your lane that you might find with a traditional axle. It also is a very long-lasting axle because it is rubber suspension instead of metal leaf springs.
Yep.
And Dexter provides a 10-year warranty on that. And that's showing confidence in their axle.
Absolutely.
But one of the things we've added this year, and this could have been mentioned when you talked about trends, we have the first manufacturer to add the TST tire pressure monitoring system onto all of our products. And what that is going to allow our customers to do is to be able to check the tire pressure, which is something that should be done every time you've loaded your camper before you take off.
Well, Brett, our number one repair here is blowouts. You know, I mean, but you're right. It's great. And sorry to cut you off, but I was going to tell you, the service center is just in the summer is full, and most of them are due to blowouts. So that's a good point. But continue. I just want to throw that in there.
Yeah, well, and one of the reasons that people don't check tire pressure because it's kind of a hassle. They have to take every cap off and use the little gauge and get down and look at it, and you're in a hurry to get going, and you overlook doing that. So here you've got a monitor that is connected by Bluetooth.
Yep.
And it's up in your vehicle, and you can turn that on, and you can see what your tire pressure is before you take off.
Correct.
Cool.
And without having to get out and do all the checking.
Awesome.
Then it also provides a warning system for the tire pressure and for heat. So if the temperature is going up and you may have a brake or bearing issue, it's going to give you a warning. If the tire pressure is going down, it'll give you a warning. And therefore, you can grab that exit and get off into a parking lot and take care of an issue before you get the blowout.
Correct.
Before you're stranded in the busy highway trying to change the tire.
Right.
And so we are doing this because we know that it's going to be part of what's going to be required in a trailer. All vehicles today are required by NHTSA, our government agency that's patrolling the highways to make it safer. Well, they are very aware now that people are pulling trailers in their highways too.
Right.
And it's just a matter of a couple of years, and it'll be a mandatory thing for all trailers. And we just wanted to get it introduced to the industry because we feel it's the right.
I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea, and it's a great selling point, and it's something that you're going to be able to use every time you go camping.
Just another reason why Flagstaff is that step ahead.
Yep.
In the product line compared to a lot of other manufacturers out there.
You guys do carry our fifth wheel line as well as our classic travel trailer.
Okay. Yep.
Just wanted to mention that a great seller is the 528 IKWS.
Yes.
And what really makes that hot is that it is really still, the weights make it a half-ton towable fifth wheel, and it has opposing slides, so it's got a lot of room, but yet it's got the length and weight that's comfortable behind a half-ton. And the other unit that has been really hot for us, the 529 RLKS, that is another one of our super light fifth wheels that has opposing slides in the living room that both have hide-a-bed sofas in them.
Right.
So
nice.
You have a great kitchen area with a pub-type seating where it's a taller table so you can look over a wall. But you have two hide-a-bed sofas and a theater seat in front of a 52-inch TV. So it makes it great for entertaining. It's great for having people over. But it also can act as almost a transitional bunkhouse. So if you've got kids that are older and they don't come all the time, but when they do come, you feel like you want to have a place for them. well, they can stay up late watching TV, playing games, and sleep on those hide-to-bed sofas. And you can be back, the parents can be in the bedroom asleep, and they get up in the morning and get breakfast and get out of there without disrupting the kids either. So it's just a very flexible, very popular floor plan right now.
And that floor plan, it really gives you a sense of a home. You know, you have your living room in the back, you have your kitchen in the middle, you have your bedroom up front. So it really separates the camper almost up into quadrants to where you said it yourself, you know, it's a good, if you got teenage kids and they don't want to be with mom and dad, they have their own room essentially in the back with, you know, like you said, 2 couches, recliners, 52-inch TV. I mean, it's the perfect, you know, layout for most families if you don't want to sacrifice to the bunk, because, you know, you buy a bunk and then all of a sudden nobody comes anymore. So then you're stuck with a unit that, you know, it's basically wasted space where you can maximize every square foot of that unit, regardless if it's kids, parents, entertainment, pets, so on and so forth.
Yeah, it's right. It's the parents don't end up sacrificing their comfort,
right,
to have bunks that may or may not be used.
Yep.
And so it's a great floor plan for when they're out there on their own as well.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Yeah. And then the one other thing, you guys carry our classic travel trailers as well.
Yep.
And the 832 IKBS has just been a very solid trailer. And this is one of those that has been built with the taller ceilings, the taller slide outs. We've added a kind of a day bed in the front that allows you for another pass-through storage compartment that we hadn't previously had.
Yep.
And then all the bed slides have become king bed slides.
Wow.
So there's a huge storage space under there from the outside as well. So we've really increased storage in those, but we've got a nice, roomy, big layout that has that fifth wheel feel to it, but yet it's all in one level.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
Well, that kind of touches all lines, doesn't it, Brett?
Yeah, that is it. So let me tell you about my camping.
Well, I was going to tell you, because the name of our podcast is actually Campfire Stories.
Right.
So, and it doesn't have to be a campfire story, but I guess, I mean, if you have a good memory of camping, or maybe a funny campfire story, we'd like to have you share it with us.
Sure. Well, I grew up camping a lot. I was a Boy Scout for a while, but then even as a young adult, I just always camped with in a tent.
Yep.
And then it was before I was in this business, but even with my kids, I liked it so much that we camped, had 3 boys, and we camped a bunch in tents. And the best trips were like to the Porcupine Mountains up northern Michigan over into Wisconsin, but the Boundary Waters is where I'd say I probably had my most memorable camping trip. And we had been up there 3-4 times, and I was up with my brothers. It was the first time we'd gone out there and didn't realize how awesome that area is, and the fact that you have maybe 2 campgrounds per lake, and you're pretty much on a private lake camping at night.
To yourself.
You only see one campfire in the whole lake, and we weren't quite familiar with it enough to time ourselves well. And some nights we would pull in the dark after portaging and crossing over from a couple other lakes.
Yep.
We'd end up and we'd get our site, and we had to set up tents in the dark, and it's really dark up there.
Oh yeah.
There's no light. So we set up our tents, and we were tired. We'd gone longer than we thought we were going to go, and we go to bed. We put up our tents on some nice flat ground, and in the morning, I'm in the tent with my brother, and I roll over, and my hand splashes. And then I notice it feels really wet, and I look over at my brother, and he's sleeping all the way up against the other side of the tent, and down through the middle of the tent was a creek running through it. And I set up our tent in a creek bed, and it rained that night. And so first day of a 10-day trip where you're out there with no washer, dryer.
Nothing.
We got all of our stuff wet. We were soaking wet. Sleeping bags were wet, and it was raining. And
wow.
and yet it was a great time. We thoroughly enjoyed it, and
Yeah.
we worked our way through all that. But
Awesome.
it was,
That is,
you learn to pick your sights better.
Yeah.
after
yeah.
that.
Look a little closer, right? That is a good story.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we appreciate you
Awesome.
sharing that with you,
Yeah.
and we appreciate you being on the podcast today.
Yeah.
We really do. Like I said, this is the first. A lot of great things to talk about. And that's going to kind of put this podcast in the books for today, Jay.
Yeah, so I mean, if you guys have any questions about the Forest River, the Flagstaff line, give us a call. We can get you any information you need, but definitely a line if you want to upgrade. Like I said, from a pop-up to a single axle to a full-size fifth wheel. Look into the Flagstaff line, and
Yeah, it is a great line. It's a solid line.
Right.
Probably one of the least trailers we see any issues with.
right, they will take care of you.
Yes.
They absolutely will take care of you. So, like I said, if you guys want more information on that, reach out to us. If not, Kelly.
Yeah, that's going to put this episode in the books. I want to say thanks to everybody for listening today. You can check us out on our Facebook page at Campsite RV or go to our website, www.campsiterv.com. Thanks again for everybody listening, and tune in next week for the next episode.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. See ya.